in.
That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
18 Gator.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. We got three, fellas. We got three. Back. Six guy. Check six guy.
Let go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Set up. 15.
Don't need it all back at once, but
line.
you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to
Check
go
out.
on second down.
Shift.
Shoot.
Drop the throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's
Yo,
having, a lot easier for he and his
50
teammates to accept that throw.
Guys, it's game
because
situation.
For the
Let's
most
go.
part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here's Charles. And going to work. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
15.
Showing eight. Riley, 64, weak.
Holmes down on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Holmes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Here we go.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. First down carry here for Charles. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Wide right. There's a wide right.
Hey, eat.
1, 2, 3.
Second and 11 now. Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
It's our time.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10
Sunday,
at the 47.
Fight side!
Looking to throw it to Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Another one caught by Tyreek Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team.
Mahomes hit, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points.
It's so nice to hear you give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a short kick, taking it down to 16. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's we still have December, we're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak and they're out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
On the set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
Yeah, that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. They have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams score plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Bailey got the extra point. 21-0 our score after 1. Bailey now to to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over the half. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now here's Mahomes, and he rifles one incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Haywood.
Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5.
We got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Yellow.
How about this one now? In their own territory,
55.
a gutsy call.
You can't block me.
They're going to go
You
for
can't
this on
block me.
4th and a yard.
Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Here's Charles. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Let's go, baby.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check.
Gone.
Shift. Check.
Leo. Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive, eluding the pressure right. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
2 sacks last week.
Here we go.
One right here.
60
He's been
Pittsburgh.
unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason.
Lee
He's
Griffin.
been doing during the week because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do?
Set.
You make your defense
Ted
mad.
Lobo.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity.
All day,
You got to
baby,
cash
all
in and
day.
get some points.
Look. Squeeze. Yep.
Move.
Hit it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Set.
So
Ready.
4th and
60
15,
yards.
but the offense is staying
Strong
out there
right,
to go
strong
for
right.
it.
Man, that's trash.
Five.
Now they'll
Check.
throw here out of the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. First carry for their fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Watch 55.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Mahomes on the throw. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Mike.
Come back.
Kill.
Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Hill. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's make these babies.
Let's
make these babies crawl the way back.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, baby, boom!
Yellow. 180.
Record.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up 1st and 7.
And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, fellas.
Let's go now.
Here are the Vikings
70,
now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, so they held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here. Because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense
50,
because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Watch right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Slam. He's crashing. He's checking it.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to wind that up. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get. At least they got points out of the last drive. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
Hey, 43.
Check, 55.
Check, 55. Now on 2nd and 13. Hey, let's get Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Motion, motion, motion. Hey, check mine. Check mine. Here we go.
Here's Ryan Hill here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Hey, Sunday on Sunday on Sunday on Sunday.
Now it's Mahomes again. Nice man complete over the middle. That's Sherman. And this belongs to the Vikings. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rookies out to maybe ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up second down. Well, for the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game, but this is part of the NFL series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Let's go.
Check three.
Kill.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Slam.
Shoot.
They'll set up the throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10.
Check three.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
30
No,
base.
not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Switch.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Come on,
This offense was on the move. 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at third and 10. Push to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is taken as 4. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will they...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Big boy can run.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go, here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Now back to throw, eluding the pressure run. He's got a man, complete. A gain there of 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game.
60
no pass
Pittsburgh.
rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of hit away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity loss.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Recovery, it's Mahomes. And an alley run. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On the ready.
Last run got 6, now second and 4.
Watch tight, watch tight.
Go.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, 4 down.
Running right, here's Walker. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, baby.
A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and screaming, let's get moving, guys.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the line. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly turning it around.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, let's go.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. On the right charge. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 15, Mike's 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside.
That's where you belong.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
You know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. We expect a pretty good jump as things continue to move.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Come on, baby,
so
let's
that
go.
flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run
Check
through.
it, hot read.
Hero 15. 15.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
1, 2, 3. Deep.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Yellow.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Rabbit. He goes to use you. If he comes to me, it's me. Check.
Hero 15.
Check. 55 to Mike.
Mahomes to throw once more. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, is it enough to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. If they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Three buzz.
Right there on the brink,
hey,
aren't they?
switch gears.
Slam. He's
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Get ready.
23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go. Set.
This quarterback
70.
now,
Indy.
5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Snap.
They drop to throw. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
You got tight.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick the
Big grip.
have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Tight dog.
That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Kill. Turn up.
Hit it.
They're going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to put this one out. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. So that one will be accepted.
We play to win. Let's go.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 40.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
Now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yellow.
After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Yellow.
They need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Check.
15.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Easy.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got you, son. Mike 55.
Yellow.
55. Man, I got you.
My side.
They'll go for it. It's
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone,
It's
defense. Let's
Hill,
go.
complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down play. It doesn't matter the distance. It's time to get it done, as you noted. They did.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Here we go.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot,
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
A lot of guys used to be basketball players that somehow came back to football. It's really good in the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Oh, boy, I know
guys
you
who
felt
know how to
that one.
control their bodies when they run their routes.
That one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Hey, check.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Here comes
Just
the
nothing
ball.
there again. He's been sacked multiple
I tell you.
times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10.
Hey, check. Marsden.
And again, it's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches
Boom,
never
all
pull their
day.
starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beat now.
Maybe doesn't even risk an injury. And Butker able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
We got this.
Let's go.
Here are the
60
Vikings
outlaw.
now to start their next drive.
Hey,
and this
watch
game
your leg.
comfortably in hand. The scoreboard
Tighten up,
speaks for
tighten
itself,
up,
but you still got
tighten
your
up.
starting quarterback
Shut
out there.
up,
When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches
Come on
the
now,
34.
let's go.
A big play there for Minnesota. 46 yards.
Ready, ready.
So the big play
90
changes
Wolf.
the complexion of things. Here's first
We
and 10
own
just
them.
outside the 30.
We own them. Check 50. Check 50. He's coming. He's coming.
He'll look to throw.
Check 99. Check 99.
No.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
We go pass.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
and he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
Mike.
He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get it.
Now here's Mahomes.
Watch the screen.
Nowhere
Watch
to
the screen.
escape, and he goes down.
Yellow. Let's go on.
So that complicates things a bit
Yellow,
here.
yellow.
18 yards to go
Hey,
now
Ripley,
on second
Ripley.
down.
Yeah, baby, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, defense. That's what I'm Charlie. That's what I'm talking about, defense.
My side.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard
Yellow.
line.
Let's go on.
Daniil Hunter
15,
able to
15.
disrupt yet another pass play. That is his first sack of the afternoon. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
There we go. Woo!
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, pretty much just go to the bench and hang out. He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats, might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been
Let's
a
go. Let's do it.
one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Hey, easy.
Mike 55. Mike
My
55.
side.
Now the Hawks to try again after the pick six. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Mike, yellow.
What's that?
It wasn't an
40.
interception.
Wow.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
You're a nice
Watch the
guy.
pass.
That was kind of
My
sad.
side.
But correct. No pick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Woo! That's what I'm
That
talking
right
about.
now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the
Get your
Chiefs.
swerve on.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as
That's
they
it,
stop
baby.
him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing just about on his own goal line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. It's in the fourth quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling.
Ready, set.
A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on.
Strong right,
So good
strong
starting
right.
field position
I'm
for
coming.
them here as
I'm
they come
coming.
up first and
I'm
10
coming.
at their own 46.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Watch the shift.
Watch
Get it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Alert three.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be
That's
done. Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter
30
play.
base.
59.
Need something from deep
Let
in
him
the
know, let
bag
him
of
know.
tricks here after
Let him
first
know,
and
let him
second
know.
down.
Ready,
here.
ready.
It's third and very long.
Check. Crunch.
And the pressure gets to him again. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Down.
And with things looking
18
pretty good on the
Gators.
scoreboard, they're going to keep
Bang,
the
bang,
offense out
bang,
there
bang,
and go
bang,
for it here
bang.
on fourth.
Let go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the
Let's
very
go,
end.
boys. Bring it up.
But now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Vikings, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign.
Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room.